Hi guys, and welcome back to the Batch Lady. And yes, you will notice this is not my kitchen. Instead, it is sort of your kitchen, isn't it?
Sort of, yeah.
Where are we today, Brooke?
We're in the People's Fish Shop.
So we're in the People's Fish Shop in the Scottish Borders. Sort of Scottish Borders, would you class it as Scottish Borders? Yeah.
Scottish Borders.
So if anybody's close to People's, come in and visit us. This is Ross Dougal's Fish Shop, owned by Brooke. Ross is your father.
Ross
is that
my
right?
dad, yeah.
And where is your other one?
We have another shop in Dunbar.
Dunbar, so anybody near
Yes.
Dunbar, pop in there as well. All this fish, I've just watched it coming in, it's fresh today. We've been here since about 6 o'clock this morning and the shop isn't open yet, so we're doing it all before the shop opens. So guys, I am a batch cooker, as you know, and I always talk about what you can make that's fast, simple, homemade food that you can get in the freezer, make in advance and use for whenever you need it. And you do lots of batch cooking as well, don't you, Brooke?
Yeah.
She's one of my great followers. and actually, if you're ever in here as well, my sister, who's hiding around the back, works in this shop, so come in and see her. Her name's Michelle. So before we get started on the recipe today, which is actually going to be hake with pesto asparagus, it's going to be beautiful with lots of breadcrumbs on the top. We're going to just do that in a minute, but before that I just want to show you some other cheap, easy things that you can do if you've got a family and you're feeding them. Can you tell me about this breaded fish down here? Can we put one up here to show everybody?
So we do breaded haddock. There's 3 in that pile there. So we do an offer
Perfect.
on the smaller size fillets where you get 3 fillets for £5, or you can do 6 for a tenner if you're feeding more people.
Perfect. So so if you're feeding a family of 4, what I would tend to do is, if you're on a budget and you want to eat healthy, is you could buy the 3, and you could, if you've got, for instance, I have an 8-year-old, 9-year-old, you know, you could cut a little bit off and the 8 or 9-year-old just has a little bit. The good thing about this is, you were telling me this morning, get your tray, give it a quick oil.
Yep, just heat your tray in the oven, this is what we normally say,
Yep.
with some oil. And then when the tray and the oil is really hot, you can take your fish out of the freezer, you can cook it from frozen, and lay your fish out and then just pop it in the oven, and it'll take about 10 or 12 minutes, and then you've got a meal.
Easiest meal ever, guys. So this is all fresh, but it can be frozen. You know, if you're sometimes in a supermarket, stuff has been frozen. Although it's on the fresh counter, you have to ask, okay? Here, everything is absolutely fresh. So get this, put it in your Ziploc bag, or your sealable freezer bag, I should say. Throw it in your freezer just like that, beside a bag of chips if you want, or and you can have a salad with it. Peas, frozen peas, put them all together and you have a meal. You take it out, you're in on a Tuesday night from swimming club, and you are going to then put it on your tray, as Brooke says, and it's going to take how many minutes to cook?
10 to 12 minutes.
10 to 12 minutes, and you will have a family meal that is fresh, healthy, and cost £5 for all that fish. So that is our top tip before we get on to our recipe. So can I just give you this back, Brooke? And we are going to move on to our recipe. So this is a recipe that I have done a good few times, but I've always done it with monkfish. And monkfish is quite expensive.
It is, it's one of the more expensive fish.
Yeah, it's beautiful, I love it, but it is expensive.
Yeah.
So, what's this, Brooke? Tell us about this.
So this is hake, which is another firm white fish that can be used in the recipe that you're going to make.
Yep, so to me it looks very, I wouldn't know what hake is, I would never have known before, but it looks very much like monkfish. It's got the same little holes and everything in it.
Yeah, it's sort of nice and firm when it's cooked. It's good for fish pies and like even pan frying, things like that.
Perfect. So this one, guys, this is quite a big bit. So if because I'm quite mean with my fish, I would probably chop it into 2. So we'll make 2 pieces here.
The skin sometimes is a wee bit
The skin is on it. So now for this recipe, you could take the skin off before or after. I'm probably not doing this in a fishmongery way. Do you want to cut that fish for me, Brooke? I'm just tearing it apart, her lovely piece of fish. So what we want to do is get your frozen asparagus, okay? And we'll put a couple of pieces, and then just throw it back up there, Brooke. So we're going to make 2 of these very quickly, okay? Now, I would make these on silver foil, but just to show you today, I'll just make one just now actually. I'm just going to do it in this clear wrapping because we're quite far away from the camera to let you see. So I've got my frozen asparagus. I've put 2 frozen asparagus beside my piece of hake. Now over here in the counter, if I bend down, there is some lovely samphire. So let's just add a bit. I love samphire, and it's freezable. People don't know that. Buy it and freeze it when it's in season and add it to that. Now this hake, because it's like monkfish, it's got all these little bits in it. It's going to hold beautifully to some pesto, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll take the sauce on really nice.
So I've got frozen pesto that I've already made, but of course if you just had a jar of pesto, you could do the same. So you can just put a couple of lumps of pesto over the top of this. Okay, or a couple of teaspoonfuls of pesto. And then Brooke, do you want to put some breadcrumbs over the top? Now you can make your own breadcrumbs. This was a baguette that I burnt to death, so I just ran it through my food processor. Perfect. So there we have it, ladies, gentlemen, anybody who's watching. Let me just fold this over. Can you see it? Is it close? Shall we bring it round?
Yeah.
Right, Brooke, you stand there. Give us a nice twirl or something. Right guys, there we go, okay? This is hake with pesto. What else is in it?
Asparagus, breadcrumbs,
Samphire. Lovely little parcel. Make them in your silver parcels, put them in your freezer, bring them out for whenever you need them, and you have a cheap alternative to using monkfish in a beautiful new recipe. Right, I'm coming back round to say thank you very much guys for watching. Make sure you pop in to see Brooke in the People's Fish Shop. She's been amazing doing these videos, and we love you watching them. Make sure you give us a big thumbs up, subscribe below, check us out on Instagram and Facebook, and look out for Ross Dougal on your Facebook page as well. We'll be up there as well. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to join in our competition, remember that if you are the first 10 people that send in a photograph of you cooking with this fish, then you are going to win a bag, a Batch Lady bag from Brooke. She'll have them in the shop. First 10 people to cook and send in a photo on my website, www.thebatchlady.com, or get me on my Facebook. Thank you very much for watching. Bye!